Welcome to First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis, the birthplace of congregational humanism. We carry on that tradition of free thought today, dedicated to promoting a free search for truth, meaning, and justice. Our web address is firstunitarian.org. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome to First Unitarian Society. Good morning, brothers and sisters. How is everyone doing? Doing well? Good. Good to see everyone. Some new faces and familiar faces. It's always good to see. We are gathered here this morning in Minneapolis for this special Earth Day gathering. We especially greet visitors, some of whom are new to First Unitarian Society, who have joined us to participate in the Council of All Beings. Welcome to each of you, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever your pronouns, however you identify, whoever you love, whatever is breaking your heart right now, present in body in this space, present in this moment with us online, you are welcome here. It is good to be together and gather together as a community of seekers in this place where we commit ourselves to live out our common values, to bring justice, equity, and compassion into our daily lives, to resist all that threatens the earth, her people, our animal and plant relatives, and to live out our dream of a world community of peace, safety, and justice for all beings. As we gather, let us attend to the need to walk humbly upon this land, the traditional land of the Dakota Oyote, and in particular the Wapatuck tribe, who still call this place home, recognizing the history of genocide and colonialism and their right to justice and self-determination. May we be good allies, advocates, and partners with them. First Unitarian Society is a member congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations. My name is Perry, and I'm grateful to be here this morning. Mike, Amos, and the Women's Drum Center will be sharing with us their music, and I want to recognize the Earth Day leadership support of our climate action team, Sandy Spieler's Puppet Nest, and In the Heart of the Beast for their loan of their puppets. Excuse me. Ellen Hufschmidt and Shelley for their ritual guidance, and our fabulous Earth Day volunteers and our amazing media team. Thanks to all of you. Those of you who, definitely. Those of you who have been in our upper assembly hall will notice that the seating arrangements have changed. We moved the pews last year to make the space more flexible with chairs. Today we are welcoming the Council of All Beings, which will start in a few minutes by sitting in a circle configuration. All ages are welcome here in the assembly hall, which is evidenced by the multi-generational space for families. Zola will be here in a few minutes to share a wisdom moment with our E-squared youth and to read a short excerpt from a story. As the season of being indoors is still upon us, we've created a space for those who wish to be masked and to be around those who are masked. I invite you, wherever you are, including those of you online, to take a moment to welcome the morning, to greet those around you, or to get up and grab a Grace songbook if you'd like. You can greet your neighbor now if you'd like, please. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Each week when we gather together, we light our chalice as a symbol of Unitarian Universalism. We are led by its light, inspired by its flame, and drawn together by its warmth. We often light our chalice using words expressing our values and aspirations. Today, we'll use the words of the first aspiration. Is Everett here? There he comes. As Everett lights the flame, Please join me in reading the words on the screen. We aspire to live joyfully and ethically in loving, reverent relationship with humanity and nature. Thank you, Everett. And now that the chalice is lit, let us share in reading our congregational covenant. Love is the spirit of this place, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. And if Zola would come to the stage. Here she comes.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Testing, there we go. Good morning, everybody. My name is Zola Rosenfeld. I'm so glad everyone is able to join us today. I am up here with two of our E2 emissaries, our ethical explorers. So if you're not familiar, that's our version of humanist education that we do here at First Unitarian downstairs on most Sundays, learning about humanist and UU values through the lens of different artists from around the world in different periods of history, and get to create our own projects to share. I have two friends today. Can we get your names?
Larissa, Simone.
Larissa and Simone are here to share some work with us. I say let's give a little beginning round of applause to get us started. Here, Simone. You want to hold this and I'll hold this out? Okay. So first, I'm going to do a little sharing on behalf of my friend Larissa, who has explained to me very well what we're looking at here. And I'm going to hold it still so that the camera can get a good zoomed-in angle. So this was part of our week when we were learning about different book characters that have magical powers to save the world. We had ideas about real-life powers we can use to save the world, and also created some fantasy animals of our own. So this is a unicorn that Larissa made, and it has the power to turn itself invisible and to change other things, to shapeshift other beings. Is that correct? Yes. And then this is the bird on the other side, and it doesn't need a magic power because it can already fly. That's its magic power. And Larissa worked really hard as well. I'm going to hold this as still as I can. It is small but mighty. And this is a diorama. We worked on creating models out of clay of different public art installations that we could create if they wanted to be really big. This one was inspired by the Weather Room project created by Oliver Eliasson. It has a sun at the very top. That's what that circle is. And it's supposed to be a monument that, if it was larger, would seem like you're standing inside of a sunny day all the time, and is meant to help us reflect on our connection to nature and what we take for granted. That was Larissa's beautiful work. Thank you, honey. Okay, Simone, are you ready? Let's round of applause for Larissa. Okay. Do you want to talk into the mic, and I'll hold this? If you want, I can. Okay. Do you want to hold it so everyone can see? This is a flower that Simone made. We're going to hold it here. You want to stand up? That might help. This is a flower. This was part of when we were making our clay models of public art installations. So it looks really small, but in real life, this would be a big, beautiful flower looking over us. And this was part of the idea of how we can get us as humans to think about how we look at nature and interact with it in a different way. Do you want to show what else we got here? This one is a pretty complicated one. Here, I'll help you. If you can kind of see, do you want to let them see the top? It's an animal that is in movement, crawling over multiple rocks. And you can see it has many legs as it's going over the rocks. It's a caterpillar specifically. I love it. Do you want to show these ones right here? You're doing great. Good job. So we have two, what are these right here? Rocks. Two rocks. Can you tell us a little more? Why is one of them dark and why is one of them light? They're great for the caterpillar to help crawl over, I think, too, right? That was an important part of it. Perfect. Do you want to show, last but not least, your drawing? We do have sketchbooks in every Ethical Explorers class that we always get to make work in. Sometimes it's directly related to what we're doing in the rest of class. Sometimes we go a different direction with it. This one is a very cool one that was, again, related to learning about plants and animals and how we interact with nature. Should I talk or you want to talk? This is a beautiful collage. I don't know if you, let's see, we'll hold it up right here. It is a bird, but it's made out of all different sorts of body parts and also textures, which is a really interesting way of seeing an animal that doesn't exist, but it could, back in our imaginary when we were doing those projects. I love it. Thank you. The final piece I'm going to show is from another anonymous ethical explorer who was not able to share it today. Can you hold this for me for 1 second? Thank you. This one is a little tricky to see. It's a 3D butterfly with the purple wings, the yellow antenna, and it's on top of two clay objects that are kind of in this blue stripy water looking thing. And the text you can't really see, but it says, "The butterfly effect. Flap your wings, change the world." Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Zola and the E2 Explorers. How wonderful that is. I love that. Yes, please give them a round of applause. And now if we can have Carol Barclay step up for just a moment and join us. She has a few announcements for us.
Good morning. The First Unitarian Society is a congregational humanist community. We are here for each other, our neighbors, and our planet. And one manifestation of this is our caring team. My name is Carol Barclay, as I was introduced, and I am on that team, and we are here for you. If at any time there's something happening in your life that you'd like to share with our team or with this community, please send a note to joysandconcerns@firstunitarian.org. You can also do this on our website. There is a contact form. After the assembly, you're invited today to stop by the folks downstairs who are, after the assembly, you're invited to stop at the card basket downstairs for the folks who we mentioned today, or people who were unable to attend the assembly. This morning, I share the news that Mibbs Pearson reports that she is doing well after having had a successful health-related procedure. May her healing continue. Ralph Henn is having surgery on his left eye this Wednesday as his right eye continues to heal from surgery a few months ago. He hopes to, as he puts it, see fit by autumn. Jay Following his bike accident and broken pelvis, Jay Elkerton is progressing well, has been moved to transitional care at Shalom Home West in St. Louis Park, and will probably be there for a 2-week gig. He would love calls and visits. With the passing of Pope Francis, we offer our condolences to members of the Roman Catholic Church and to all who are grieving the loss of a profoundly influential global spiritual leader. That we may stay in touch with our own humanity, remember those who are suffering, in particular today. Let us remember those people who are suffering the violence in Ukraine, Gaza, Sudan, Chad, and recent earthquakes in Myanmar, Papua New Guinea. Let's take some time in silence to reflect on the human experience, the joys, sorrows, and milestones in our lives, and those we love in the lives of all being everywhere. May you all be safe, happy, and well. And now for a moment of silence.
Good morning. My name is Karen Rowell. I'm on the foundation board and serve as its treasurer. I'm on the seasonal celebrations team, and I lead the mental health team. That's a cooperative team between FUS and Humanist MN. I didn't script anything today, so I hope I don't stumble over my words, but one of the reasons I'm so passionate about mental health and starting up the mental health team is because I have an adult son who struggles with bipolar disorder with psychotic features. And family life has been kind of challenging lately. But I'm happy to report that my son just achieved a therapeutic dose of his antipsychotic. So I'm looking forward to things getting better these days. But as I go through all that in my family life, I can't tell you how incredibly supportive it is to come to this place, to be with my people on Sunday, and to celebrate these things that connect us to nature. The spring equinox that the seasonal celebrations team did, and the Earth Day celebration today that we're about to be treated to, thanks to the climate justice team. So yeah, I just can't tell you how much this place means to me. It's very supportive to be here. First Unitarian Society is a free, independent, and self-governing humanist community. As members and friends of this community, we share the gifts of our time and energy, our creativity, our imagination and vision, our talents, our skills, and our treasure. Your financial support is an important element in turning our shared vision into reality. So please feel free to reach out to us with any questions about giving to First Unitarian Society. As the baskets are passed, you are invited to give generously and joyfully as you are willing and able. You can use the QR code on the screen, which will take you to our online giving form, or you can stop by the office or mail in your donation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is George Green, and I'm here to talk about the History Smash. The Carl Storm years from 1951 to 1965 saw our adult membership religious education programs swelling. In fact, in 1959, our adult membership stood at over 800 members. That year, our religious education counted 470 students in 18 classes each Sunday, and that's not counting the college-age bi-weekly meetings of Unitarian Universalist students at the University of Minnesota. Space for youth was rented at the Walker Art Center, and a few of us recall hearing our Martin and Judy stories and evolution books in the minister's study while he spoke to the adults. After moving into our new 900 Mount Curve home, we immediately knew we needed additions. Plans for the building additions, the office and Dietrich rooms, and the 3 stories of classrooms on the Groveland side began in 1960, and we moved into those in 1965. We were growing in other ways as well. To help with the busy hum of committees, we brought in a handful of assistant ministers over the years. Richard Sykes is best remembered. Member Engel Shea, who worked at one of Minnesota's mental hospitals, alerted us to the abysmal conditions there. Indeed, our state was 37th in the nation in its treatment of these challenged citizens. Joined by Universalists and St. Paul Unitarians, society members agitated. We won the press and our state governor to our views and continued agitating. Funding and reform eventually followed, and society members went further in socializing with and befriending hospitalized folks. A book's been written about our efforts. Our music, always rich, became fully orchestrated in 1954 when we welcomed the first of our orchestral and choral conductors, Thomas Nee. We dedicated our magnificent whole camp organ in 1962, and the organ was controversial and cost nearly 4 times Carl Storm's salary. Members Helen Rice and Arnold Walker brought us Broadway tunes and their musical friends also, and together they birthed what would become the Minnesota Opera. And we weren't all classical music either. Pete Seeger sang here in 1957. Always hungry to be learning, we launched the Dietrich Lecture Series, a semi-annual complement to our regular Sunday forums. Of course, much of our growth can be credited to Carl Storm's well-researched historical, musical, and political addresses. His sly sense of humor was a draw as well. Carl came from a working class background, and his direct approach welcomed more working class members here. And Carl retired in 1965 after 18 years with us, and we were still growing strong. At the 12:15 History Smash today, you'll hear more and also hear from Jan Sigmund, who will tell us about her amazing history of musical creativity.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ellen Callender. I'm currently serving as the president of the foundation board here at FUS. But here this morning, I'm representing a very large contingent of volunteers working on our annual auction, which is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday, May 10th. If you haven't put it on your calendar, shame on you. It's an excuse. It is a great fundraiser for both programs inside of FUS as well as some external donations that we make from it. But it's really an excuse for an incredible party. It's great food, great beverages, great entertainment. We have probably one of the finest auctioneers in the entire Midwest who's been with us for over 25 years. And he keeps coming back because he loves us, not because he's making a lot of money doing it here. But we have a lot of donations. You can already go online. We'll be downstairs to help you, show you how to do that. If you haven't already signed on, you can start bidding on some of the online items literally today. We're also accepting donations through next Saturday. And we're looking especially for more of our favorite donations, which are services. They could be for things like computer assistance or lawn raking or handyman help or whatever. Those things are amazingly popular, and if it's something that you can do, we'd love to include it in our donations. So we'll be downstairs during mini meal and afterwards, and by all means, please make sure that you plan to come on May 10th, the auction.
Good morning. Just a couple of general announcements. Next Sunday, the Ethical Explorers, or E Squared, will begin preparation for our culminating Ethical Explorers Expedition, or E Cubed, at the end of May. It's a great day for all ethical explorers to gather at 10:30 a.m. in the Chalice Room, which is downstairs, to start finalizing humanist-inspired projects we've made and preparing them to share in a congregation-wide event. All congregants and friends of FUS, please save the date for E Cubed, which is Saturday, May 24th at 5 p.m. This art gallery opening will have refreshments, live performances, and a certificate of achievement ceremony. Come one, come all, bring a friend, bring family, and celebrate the creativity of FUS youth. Reverend Yulin is traveling to a conference in the Chicago area and will be away through this Friday, May 2nd. You can still reach her by phone, text, or email. She appreciates your patience in waiting for a reply. Please note that the Cookies and Conversation with Reverend Yulin, which typically happens on the first Friday of the month, for May will be rescheduled to the second Friday, which is May 9th. As Alan alluded to, every Sunday we have a mini meal in the lower assembly hall directly below this room, and all are invited. Our Earth Day mini meal today will include barbecue bison sliders, Three Sisters salad, which is roasted corn, beans, squash, and rosemary garlic vinaigrette. Marry Me chickpeas. Now, as an aside, 10-15 years ago, I was involved in the marriage equality conversation, and I remember the opponents always saying, if you let that happen, they're going to want to start marrying their pets. And I'm here to tell you, no, it's the chickpeas. I have no idea how that works, but join us downstairs and let's find out. There will also be vegetables and pita with roasted red pepper hummus. If you're able, there will be a donation jar and credit card reader for mini meal donations, or you can scan a QR code at the head of the line. Finally, for all members of FUS, please check your emails for an important message sent last Monday afternoon. Today is the final day for voting for members for the ministerial search team. If you cannot find that email, please contact the office. Voting ends at midnight tonight. Thanks.
Thank you, Phil and Alan. I very much appreciate that. Now I invite you to stand in body or in spirit as we sing For the Beauty of the Earth, verses 1 through 3, and that is number 21 in your gray songbook, and the words will be up on the screen for you as well. Mike's wife, Molly, will be joining us to sing lead for us. Thank you, Molly. The Council of All Beings is a communal ritual adapted from the work of Joanna Macy and John Seed, in which selected participants step aside from their human identity and speak on behalf of another life form or element. The ritual aims to heighten awareness of our interdependence on the living body of Earth and to strengthen our commitment to defend it. It serves to help us acknowledge and give voice to the suffering of our world. It also serves, in equal measure, to help us experience the beauty and power of our interconnectedness with all life. After assembly, for those in the building, please join us downstairs for conversation and our weekly mini meal, lunch of Three Sisters salad, bison sliders, Mary Me chickpeas, roasted red pepper hummus, vegetables, and pita. Very, very curious. We also have a donation jar and credit card reader for our mini meal free will donation, or you can scan the QR code. Now let us begin.
We are here to honor Earth Day 2025 and take stock of our current condition for all the animals, plants, elements like air, fire, water, and soil that support life on Earth. We are only 5 years away from 2030, a date that scientists have identified as the critically important milestone in our efforts to reduce climate change before irreparable harm is done. And the policies of our government are moving us backwards, not forwards.
We have invited representatives of many species in nature to tell us their stories in their own voices. We will invite humans to listen to conditions that our animal, plant, and natural world are suffering. And we invite you, members of the congregation and honored guests, to pledge the steps we will take to make positive change. We call the Council of All Beings to gather. We call the Council of All Beings begins to order. Please introduce yourselves.
What? I am Chicken, and I speak for all farmed animals.
I am Bear, and I speak for the large creatures of the forest.
I am flower, and I speak for all plants, fungi, and the soil.
I am tree, and I speak for all boreal, temperate, and tropical forests.
I am fox, and I speak for the small forest creatures.
I am monarch butterfly, and I speak for all moths and butterflies.
I am seashell, and I speak for all the crustaceans in the ocean.
I am bird, and I speak for all winged creatures who fly and migrate.
I am frog, and I speak for all the amphibians.
I am bee, and I speak for all honeymakers and other insects, and so does she.
We are fish, and we speak for all marine animals.
I am axolotl, and I speak for all endangered species.
I am glacier, and I speak for all the fallen snow and the global ice packs, and for the critters that frolic in my icy cold waters. The penguins couldn't be here. They send their regards.
I am sun, and I speak for the solar energy.
I am river, and I speak for all the streams, creeks, lakes, rivers, and oceans of water on the planet.
I am star, and I speak for the stardust that is the substance of all life.
Welcome, all beings. Thank you for taking time to gather with your relatives to discuss the disruptions and difficulties we face. The climate is changing. It is a scary and dangerous time for all of us.
It is important that we speak the truth so we can hear the real stories. We appreciate you speaking from the heart. If we do not name the problems, we cannot address them.
What? Climate change isn't just tough on us chickens, it's hurting all farmed animals. Scorching heat leaves us panting, and new diseases spread through our barns and coops, and even pass on to humans.
We hear you, chicken.
In addition to the terrible use of pesticides, the climate change is killing us. The warming seasons create extreme weather events that alter the time the flowers are open. The floods, fires, and droughts kill off our habitat. We are stressed. If we can't survive, the foods that feed the nation will not be pollinated.
We hear you.
Stand up. I am nearly extinct in the wild. My water habitat in Lake Xochimilco in Mexico City has shrunk, and the waters are polluted. The axolotls are squeezed. The predators have taken over my home and eat my young for their supper. We hear
you, axolotl.
These are heartbreaking stories. It would be good for humans to hear what we have to say. Let us summon them to our council, to listen only. Would our human relatives move to the center of the circle?
Here as humans, this is our world too, and we've been here a lot longer than you. Yet, now our days are numbered because of what you are doing. Be still and listen.
O humans, my name Dandelion. I speak for all the flowers, vegetables, grasses, plants, and the soil that supports living organisms. The warming climate is taking a toll on our habitat. The heavy rains wash away the topsoil. The droughts suffocate us, and the farmers drain our aquifers to keep us growing. It is not sustainable.
We black bears and brown bears have lived in the forests and the edges of the forests for thousands and thousands of years. And we don't understand. The plants dry up, the droughts you call. Then we flee for our lives from fire and then from floods that try to drown us. And our cousins, the polar bears, their ice is melting, they're starving and drowning. And yet you blame us when we're hungry. And we come and we try to take your beehives. And our noses smell so good, we smell your garbage, and it's garbage. But we are hungry. What are you doing to us?
Oh, humans, I am a red fox, living in the forest, cities and suburbs. My shrinking habitat means I'm losing the rodents and small birds and insects I eat, and forced to scavenge from humans to care for my kids.
We hear you, Fox.
Oh, humans, the climate is warming. It is getting too hot for us to live in our habitat. The stronger and more frequent storms are knocking us down to the ground, tearing off our limbs. Acid rain attacks our leaves and needles. Climate change has weakened us to the diseases carried by pests like the emerald ash borer and the Dutch elm beetle.
We hear you, tree.
O humans, as acid increases in our water, it is harder for us to form shells that protect and support us. The plastics are clogging the oceans, making it hard for us to feed and breathe.
We hear you, seashell.
Sorry.
Oh, humans, climate change and the use of pesticides destroys the precious milkweed plant we exclusively use to lay our eggs. Milkweed is the only plant which our caterpillars eat because it helps us build resilience and stronger defenses against predators. The forests where we migrate to in Mexico are under threat. Our population is disappearing.
We hear you, Hunter. Oh, humans. I am being poisoned by a fungus that lives in the water. It is killing me. It's killing me and my amphibian relatives all over the world. So far, there's no cure except to return to clean water.
We hear you, frog. Oh, humans, as bluebird, my long migrations are hard now because the flyways are disappearing. And the shells of my eggs are so thin and brittle now, they break before my young are ready to hatch. I fear the bird flu that is spreading across the world.
We hear you, bluebird.
Oh, humans, we are here to tell you that the lakes, streams, and oceans are heating up and our water home is shrinking. The dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico has no oxygen, and we are forced to move. The oceans are filled with plastic and garbage. We are suffocating.
Ooh, we hear you, fish. Oh, humans, the burning of fossil fuels fills the atmosphere with heat and trapping gases. My solar rays are trapped and cannot be released into space. I'm cooking the planet instead of providing light, warmth, and power. We hear you, sun.
Humans, you know that glaciers are some of the biggest structures on the earth, and along with starlight and sun, we have created in deep time
the structures of the planet as it is now. We have been with you for a long time. But recently, the fossil fuel extraction and burning has caused me to begin to melt. My cap in the tundra is melting. My giant structures are sometimes covered with soot. And humans, you know what it looks like when ice cubes melt. In the beginning, it's just a little, and then it accelerates. Well, it is accelerating now. Please listen to your photographers, your explorers, some of whom have come from your land of Minnesota. Listen to the scientists, please, and listen to your own hearts. Glaciers have been part of the dream of this land.
We hear you, glacier.
The light pollution across the country has blocked the skies. Few people can see me, and they have lost the romance of a starry night or the ability to follow the drinking gourd.
We hear you, stars.
Oh, humans, as the Mississippi, I was a bearer of life. Look at what I bear now that you've poured your wastes, nitrates, and agricultural poisons into me. I have become a carrier of sickness and created the dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico.
We hear you, river.
For all their AI, money, machines, and apparent power, the humans are now frightened. They feel overwhelmed by the momentum of the forces they have unleashed.
It does not serve our survival for them to panic or give up, for truly, our lives are in their hands. If they can awaken to their place in the web of life, they will change their ways. What strengths and gifts can each of us lend to them to stop the destruction of life as we know it in the world?
My gifts to you humans are my fragrance and sweet face, to call you back to beauty. Take time to notice me, and I'll let you fall in love again with life.
If factory farms did not exploit us, we farmed animals would be fulfilling our instincts, sustaining ecosystems, aerating the soil, and simply adding our energy and personalities to the web of life. I beg of you, please stop cruel factory farms that destroy our environment.
I am playful, adaptable, and clever. I lend you this gift so you do not descend into despair. We need you to be resilient because there is hard work ahead. Don't give up. Work hard and play hard.
If you can hear us and you understand, you admire the strength of the bear and the ferocity of which we defend our young. Take that from us. Defend your children and grandchildren and protect this planet for all of us. Take that from us, the bears.
Thank you, bear.
My gift to the humans is the ability to filter and clean the political dialogue. Just as we clean our water, you can clean the lies from political speech.
We trees and forests lend you our gift of adaptability, renewal, and strength. You humans depend on us for wood, pulp, shelter, and shade, and oxygen too, that all you need to live.
Thank you.
As frog, I lend you my gift of comforting sounds to reassure you that you are safe, even at night. And my ability to set off an alarm. I can alert you when your water quality is so poor, you can take action to stop the pollution.
Thank you.
I, monarch butterfly, will lend humans my beauty, joy, and my pollination ability.
to spread the truth to others about the drastic situation we face. You may borrow my strength and stamina that I used to fly to Mexico to make sure that the changes will help us recover.
Thank you, Monarch. As fish, our strengths are our abundance and ecological balance. We lend you our gift of moving freely in the waters of the world so you can travel long and far to repair the web of life.
Thank you, fish.
I, bird, lend you my keen, far-seeing eye, far-seeing eye. Use that power to look ahead, beyond your short-term concerns, to anticipate the future and work for make it healthy for all of us.
Thank you, bird.
I am Glacier. I am strong. I lend you my strength, my high towers, my beautiful, cool waters. And I will be with you, humans, as long as I possibly can. Let's do this together.
Thank you, Glacier.
We bees are busy. We will share our strengths of collaboration, industry, and transformation with the humans. We turn pollen into honey. So if you work together, you can turn despair into action to heal life on our planet.
Thank you, bees.
My gift is nothing less than life itself. Without water, nothing will grow, and humans and animals will die of thirst.
Thank you, River.
As axolotl, I have the gift of regeneration. I can regrow my body parts, including my heart, my spine, and my brain. I will lend my powers to humans to regrow their compassion, courage, and empathy for their non-human relatives so we can all live together in peace and harmony.
Thank you, Axolotl. I lend the humans a little thing called my primordial building blocks of life, so that you can build a new culture based on dignity, respect, and cooperation.
Thank you, Star.
Dear humans, I lend you my power to illuminate your path. It is not too late to see a future of abundance where clean, renewable energy provides you energy to heat and cool your homes, transport you and your goods, run your businesses, and light your way.
Thank you, son.
Now we invite all who are gathering today, here and at home, to reflect on the beings who spoke most to you, be it a bird, a butterfly, a river, or an ice cap.
Take a moment to feel the power of their experience and the gifts they are willing to share with you. Turn to a neighbor and tell them what gift you are willing to receive for you to make the needed change.
Now We ask the members of our community, here and at home, to make a promise that by Earth Day 2026, you will make a new positive change in your behaviors and activities to reduce your impact on our Earth.
There are postcards and pens available to write your promise, sign, and pass in. Your postcard will be mailed back to you before Earth Day 2026 to remind you of your commitment. We will give you a few minutes to write your address on the postcard with your pledge.
It is now time for us to end the Council of All Beings, but not the commitments we make to them to work hard and make positive change. First, will the humans who adopted a life form thank that animal, plant, or element for the privilege of speaking for them?
Thank you.
Thank you, Flower.
Thank you, Flower.
Will Everett, will you come join us for the extinguishing the chalice, please? As Everett comes to extinguish our chalice, please join me in speaking the words on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. All of these we carry in our hearts and in our minds until we are together again.
Downstairs, there is a table where you can sign a postcard that will be sent to elected officials about a green bill. So please take a moment to do that when you go downstairs.
We are thankful for all the gifts shared today. The gift of water, the lifeblood of our planet.
The gift of clean air that allows us to breathe.
The gift of the sun and stars to warm and guide us.
And the many gifts from the earth that sustain us.
May we always remember these gifts and use them wisely and with gratitude. Let's protect their purity and ensure their availability for all.
May we be mindful of every gift, and may our actions reflect the importance of these vital resources.
Drummers, please start the drums of joy. We will dance and cheer the beings on as they lead us in the procession to our feast downstairs to celebrate our Earth Day together.
down now.